Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! It's the Spotify Show, yo! Spotify! Spotify! What up? It's your boy, The Real Ghost, back at it again. We got Crash Love side of me. And you haven't checked us, you haven't checked this last episode with Pookie Heather. We recommend you doing that. And if you haven't checked this out on Facebook, go ahead and do so. The Spotify Show. Leave a like, a comment. And if you haven't checked us out on YouTube, The Spotify Show, or at Spotify Show 1. Check out our exclusive membership. You get exclusive emojis, one-on-one interviews, gaming in the future, and so on and so forth. Subscribe today. Get all the benefits. And Crash Love, what we're going to do today?
Shit, we're going to watch somebody get boo-bopped. We're going to watch a bare knuckle fight.
I'm about to say, what is boo-bop? All right, let's get it.
We're going to watch somebody get
Well, how Craig said it, you got knocked the F out.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. This is the fight of the year.
From Bolton for BKB 43, we arrive at the super welterweight division, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds, and is brought to you by Clue Nicotine Pouches. Our referee in charge when the bell rings is Clive Allison. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the yellow trunks with red trim, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 153 pounds. Tonight, he enters the mighty Trigon with a bare-knuckle record of 3 victories, opposite 2 defeats, and he fights out of Walsall, England, introducing Luke Scrap King Smudge Smith. And now his opponent, standing across the Trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the purple trunks with gold trim, he stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. He weighed in at 151.5 pounds. He enters the Trigon tonight with a professional bare-knuckle record of 6 victories, opposite 6 defeats, and he fights out of Selston, Nottingham, England, introducing Aaron the Baron McCallum.
Middle of the Trigon for the final instructions. Clive Allison waiting. I gotta tell you, when you have somebody like Michael Kennelly coming from that heritage, the Kennelly heritage, and Dan Patmore in your corner, that should give you a little extra
motivation.
Yeah.
And confidence too.
Confidence.
We're
We're talking about Scrapping Smudge Smith.
Two. Both right-handers with a different stances. You see Smith with the lead hand out, and McCallum with the tight guard close to the head.
Yeah, one is the typical bare knuckle stance. The other one is more of a boxing stance. Hands up, earmuffs. Fingers are loose. Fingers are very loose.
Gotta be careful with the eye pokes with this.
McCallum, that worries me. And quickly.
But it establishes range though, in that way. You see, that's one way to close range though, as McCallum does with the double jab there.
Double jab, and then I see an overhand left coming, an overhand right, I should say. I think that's just, he's got it ready. I like the fact that Smith is just, that circular motion, that constant. It does not allow your opponent in your punches. A lot of respect though, I see a lot of respect.
Yeah, because both guys see that the other one is solid in their stance, balanced, and is able to throw at any given moment. So they're not trying to take chances of They're trying to basically put each other out of position, but right now neither guy's breaking position too badly.
No, and in that clinch, they were both utilizing that spot, going for the soft sides. The level of alertness on both ends, and it's now McCallum.
Yeah, McCallum bit the aggressor, a little bit more the aggressor.
Yeah, he's closing the gap a little faster, and just, well, he has to, because he's the shorter guy.
Yeah, Smith getting a warning for hitting on the break there. He tried to sneak one in underneath.
That's the advantage of having a big guy as your referee.
Oh yeah, the big guy Clive saw it and gave him a warning for it. He said when you break, is break.
McCallum taking advantage, really closing the gap, starting the action, and that really fills the eyes of the judges, even though they go into the clinch, and they're both using that to just go to the body. Who takes a win there? So when you have that type of contact, who's at the advantage?
Well, when you I think that was just a neutralizing clinch. Neither guy really. I think the clinch came from Smith, and I think he just wanted to neutralize McCallum from working on the inside. McCallum has the shorter arms. He may have the advantage on the inside. But right now, McCallum, even on the outside, has been more aggressive. And I think his body language is more aggressive, and I think he's probably slightly winning the round, although nothing huge has been landed. Good little matador move there by Smith, but again, I think Smith has to get his offense going if he's going to impress the judges.
Definitely, the timing of the fight has been handled by McCallum, establishing his ring generalship. And funny, he goes with that down with that overhead right. I told you that overhead right was going, and then it's Smith holding on to the clinch.
There's actually a tight glove from McCallum.
There's something to be said when you're 6-6, and again, those records could be deceiving because we all focus on the 6 losses.
Well, there's experience too.
Exactly,
You know,
12 fights of experience coming into this bout.
This ain't boxing where you compare your record. A lot of these guys you see in this sport have losses, wins, but they're still very good fighters. Matter of fact, the experience is a big deal.
Yes. Especially because you know how to not just time yourself, but also how hard are you willing to throw. Specifically in those first rounds, you're trying to save your hands.
Some shots there. Some of them got blocked, but with an uppercut underneath, I got in. And also just the action, just the aggression, again, looks good for the judges on the part of McCallum.
You know, very smart move by Smith, trying to use that triangle to protect him. Even better with McCallum going behind that triangle.
Smith a little bit more flat-footed this round, and he stepped back with a nice counter there on McCallum. That's just more what he's got to do. I thought he was using the triangle a little too much. One little small step back, and he's got a counter right from where he's at. Did it a few seconds ago. He just tried that there, but they went into a clinch. And I think it's important on Smith's part, especially after that early onslaught by McCallum this round, for Smith to try to fire back from where he's standing. He tried it there, McCallum got underneath.
I just see Smith a little too upright. He hasn't been able to adjust to height. And McCallum is taking advantage, coming under the guard and going for the body. Obviously finishing up in a clinch. That could be very frustrating.
Yeah. Well, what's frustrating on McCallum is he's not using the jab. He's on the outside. And I understand here trust me, I've experienced it. You want to preserve your hands. Sometimes it's hard to get your jab numbers up in this sport.
Look like you're sleeping.
Big right hand right into the temple. And Smith took it.
Yeah. And I was just going to start, as I was saying, you got to preserve your hands, but it's going to cost you your face. So you might as well start using your jab against Smith.
Well, he hurt you, because now he's just going for those looping hooks.
Well, that's the thing. McCallum doesn't care about the jab. It's Smith I'm talking about needs to use his jab. McCallum is doing just fine.
Smith hasn't been able to establish his jab at all. Because he's allowing...
But he's got to do it right here. He waits too long on the outside, and here he's waiting again.
He's getting rushed.
He's waiting and waiting. This is where it's got to be. And McCallum has less and less fear of big shot there, right hand by McCallum. That's what I mean. Less hesitation on the part of McCallum. He's realizing I can just walk in the front door on this guy.
Well, he already lost all respect for Smith, absolutely. And you can see Monor. And I mean, Mike Nelly urging Smith to just close the gap to be first. Somebody who's absolutely relentless in the flurries and it's just a barrage of punches just coming at you.
You use your jab so he doesn't close the distance.
And unfortunately, he's even the taller guy with the longer reach, and he's not using it.
Yeah, exactly.
Swinging for the fences, but I gotta tell you that had all the bad intentions in the world. He now again with the left. So I like the fact that he's not even relying on the jab.
Who do you think will go win?
To put his chin right there in front to be able to come from the sides.
Well, that's like McCallum is not going to be the technical guy. You can see he's small, he barrels in, but he knows his mentality. He knows the mentality he wants to have. He wants to have that barreling in mentality, bully you, and he knows his ticket to victory. With Smith, on the other hand, I'm not sure he knows his ticket to victory. I'm not sure he understands it. And he's still trying to figure it out. And I'm sure in the corner they've told him some instructions, but he fights in a very negative style. And I think McCallum is in his head at this point. McCallum is being first consistently.
And I heard Michael Canelli was going crazy. And you know what? We just missed a left hook that went right into McCallum's ribcage, and McCallum did not budge. So how frustrating is that? When you're throwing your best punch, there's absolutely no reaction.
Yeah, you got to go in combination.
Yeah, one punch is not going to cut it. I mean, you see he's hesitating.
Using the jab, it lands. It just look at now he's waiting. Now he's looking. I don't know. He's looking to aim that shot.
Now he's looking for a haymaker without really cutting. He's not closing the gap, and he's allowing.
He's got to be careful. Smith has to be careful. He's got to keep his knees bent when he's at mid-range like that. Just standing around with his hands out of position. He's got to be careful there. Big hook by McCallum.
McCallum is just barging in, like you said.
Another big hook.
Even
sees it.
Head down, and just coming like a helicopter right into Smith's area. He closes the gap, nullifies whatever weapon Smith has. I can see a level of frustration in Smith's face. Look at that. It's a straight jab, and he just leaves it hanging. It's a nice stiff stick, but he just leaves it there. He doesn't bring it back. There's no 1-2.
Nice big jab. Nice six there by McCallum. Using that 1-2 and then following with a combination. And again, Smith, all he can do is hold.
1-2.
And now we're in the third round, and the rhythm on McCallum has just lowered just a tad bit. He's slowed down just a tad bit, but he's being very efficient. He's saving energy. He's picking his spots. And that clinch, that's all that Smith is doing. The hesitation is clear. He doesn't even know where to go. He's waiting for McCallum to close the gap and just hold on to the clinch.
Yeah.
That's it.
Very negative stop. Yeah.
There was nothing coming from Smith.
No.
That was it.
Wake up! You're falling asleep. I see you.
Now my eyes is
McCallum didn't move, so
Your eyes are heavy, palms are wet. Mom's spaghetti. No, let me stop.
Hey.
he just pulled back. Oh, I like that.
McCallum now using his jab more and more. He said, second time I've seen McCallum close the gap well with a good jab, but he followed it with a right hand. I'd say McCallum should start using his own jab very well because Smith doesn't use his jab. There's a nice hook there from McCallum. Again, he's got the tie plum going. And again, look at Smith.
Stop holding,
He's
y'all.
a little bit inept on the inside, so he's a little bit out of his element. So it becomes a negative style. I don't mind.
Look at Smith. He's not doing absolutely anything. He's just holding on to that tight plum. He's not even stepping aside. What happened to laterals? No lateral movement. He's just sitting like a sitting duck right in front of him. And of course, McCallum is using everything, to the face, to the body. He's going to the sides. I mean, this is literally, Smith is getting schooled. Look at that.
Big uppercut on the inside,
Yes.
a second ago from McCallum.
Nice left hand, and now uppercut with the right. He's just enjoying his time right there, sitting in that clinch.
Yeah, McCallum is bossing the inside.
Big time.
And that's why it's important for Smith to get the advantage on the outside.
Nope, there's a problem with his left hand. There's a problem with his left hand.
I don't know what's going on here.
Because I got high. Because I got high. Da, 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 da. I was going to clean my room until my highs. Ooh, until my eyes got so heavy, until I knocked out. Da, 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 da.
Problem with the left hand.
Maybe the thumb, or is it
Yeah, it's the thumb. It's the thumb in the left hand. Yep. He's getting it stopped the fight. They stopped the fight.
Ooh, they stopped the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Clive Allison calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 33 seconds of the 4th round, declaring your winner by TKO, Aaron the Baron McCallum.
Aaron the Baron McCallum, you had a brilliant second round. You respected each other in the first round. It was a feeling out contest. Brilliant second round by you. Hurt him to the body in the 4th round. You broke him down there. You were brilliant tonight.
Yeah, I did. Hopefully, I did what my coaches had taught me. The plan was to feel him out for the first round. I got a little bit excited towards the end of it. But I watching his previous fights, I see he's tired out. So I knew if I get him to the 3rd.
I was watching.
Okay.
I got more chance of just making him stop or stopping him. But I tell you what, he took some punches. If he was a bit fitter, mate, I'd been dangerous here. Yeah, it'd have been a bit difficult.
You're both very tough former army men, of course. You say you got a little bit excited at the end. You made us very excited all the way through with your performance.
Woo! Yeah, that was a good show. It was the draw. It was. They had to stop that fight. He's missing his teeth, anyways. But yeah. I hope you guys seen a great episode of today's Spotify show. And also, if you haven't seen our last video with Pookie, go check it out. And if you haven't seen, again, subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. And also, if you haven't liked us on Facebook or followed us on Facebook, what are you waiting for? If you don't, we're gonna knock you out. Okay? Yeah. What he just did. Nah. Anyways, yeah.
No, they're just low. They're not closed. So he thinks I'm asleep. I was having my. I have to put my arms like this.
He's got to make excuses. He's making
So
excuses.
I have to hold my phone up.
He's making excuses.
To a guy. I am tired though. I'm sleepy.
To a guy. Da, 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 da. Okay, let me stop before we get copyrighted. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Next week we got the Wild Hog from Redneck Raw. So tune in next Tuesday also, and then check us out last Tuesday with the awesome interview with Pookie. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. And check us out monthly membership. You get exclusive emojis and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is Spotify show, and this is Crash Love.
Can't wait to stay humble.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is ain't no gotcha. This ain't no Kamagachi. Anyways, this is Spotify show and Crash Love. You say you know what time it is.
It's the wait, what? Wait, you know what time it is?
Do you know what time it is? Do you?
It's the Spotify time.
You heard?